mollywop. Your breath has jumped me like Krishan, Tommy, and Sky from Black Ink all together. Like, hello to all my cherry bombs. I am back with another story time in a different setting, this time in my living room. Before we get into this story, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that your post notifications are on because I'm very sporadic with how I post. If you don't have them on, you will miss me. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the content so that more people can find my content, and leave your comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the story. So y'all, I have this friend, which we are still cool to this day, so I'm gonna name her Rose, because I'm looking at flowers right now, so I'm gonna name her Rose. I feel like Rose unintentionally kind of be on madam vibes, and it's one thing when you tell people, but when you don't tell people and you just got us out here thinking that it's one thing and it's a completely different thing, it's like, girl, you gotta let me know if my cat is at stake. Like, please don't put my cat on the line and not tell me. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened. So I have this friend named Rose who I hang out with from time to time. Now, I'm very selective with how I hang out with her and what I will actually come out to when she invites me out. Not because she is a bad person, but because it has been situations like the one that I'm about to tell y'all right now, where it's like, girl, if you try to put me on the blade, just say that. Like, I'm gonna say no, but at least give me the option, okay? Rose is an exceptional expert at hanging out with, like, she hang out with men for money. She'll be out partying, and granted, I've had that happen to me too a couple of times before, but I feel like she gets lucky all the time with it. Like, she will go out and party, and boom, next thing you know, a guy is paying her like $1,500 just to hang out and continue the night partying or whatever. And I know y'all are gonna, oh, like, if she's getting that, then she's gotta be, no, like, she will literally, I have seen her outside just vibing and partying and like get money to just vibe and party. So in the past, when she would invite me out to like things kind of the same nature, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, she'd be like, hey, I know these guys, they'll pay us to come hang out. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I mean, shoot, I like being outside for free. So if I'm gonna get paid to go out and do what I would have already done for free, which is party, then I mean, sign me up. I swear the basis of a lot of my story times just boils down to, like, I don't listen to my intuition as much as I should, because my intuition has never missed. But I just am very hard-headed, and I'm one of those people where, like, I have to, not with all lessons, but sometimes I have to learn a lesson over and over again until my head is thick. I'm very hard-headed. To get information to penetrate through here when I'm being stubborn about something, it's very hard. Sometimes it takes me a couple times. So we had a couple times already where Rose would invite me to some stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know, we get out there, and I feel like, and the reason why I said I feel like it was kind of like a madam situation is because Rose would get paid, and then she'd be like, oh yeah, like, you know, they're gonna take care of you, like, make sure they take care of you, like, da da da, like, if they don't, like, I'll mention it, da da da. But then it's like, Rose would get paid, and then everyone else be sitting there looking stupid because we didn't get paid. We didn't came out here, you know, got pretty, got dressed, done partied, and you done got your monies, and they done got to hang out with us, and we ain't got no bread. If Rose, if you want me to be on the blade, just tell me. You was pimping me out. Oh my God. So, and then it would be things where, like, I remember one time Rose invited me to, like, it was like some luxury, like, hotel bar or whatever. And because I had already known what type of time, like, Rose be on, and what type of time, like, Rose has a good amount of, like, white girlfriends too. And when I say it's a lot of things that white girls are willing to do that just my dignity would never allow. So, honest, no shade, I'm gonna just say this because they be getting away with murder, and just know what says it. It's a lot of things also that a lot of Hispanic women are willing to do, that they be getting away with murder because everybody be focused on the white girls. But it'd be a lot of things they willing to do too, where I'm just like, my dignity will, I cannot. Especially, I would say more so up here, and when it comes to like industry or like anything where there's like, you know, professional, anything where like there's men with a lot of money. So when she invited me to the bar, it was more so like, oh, you know, me and a couple of my, you know, like her white girlfriends, they were going to go out to, I guess I'm not going to name the basketball team, but it was a professional basketball team that was staying at this particular hotel, and they were going to go to that hotel and hang out at the bar. And I was like, girl, I'm not doing that. Like, that is thirsty. I'm not doing that. And the nature of New York, y'all, when I tell y'all, I think I mentioned this in a video like a long time ago, but one of my best friends works in fine dining, and she has mentioned herself that a lot of these women are willing to, like, they will pay money to sit at tables near, whether it be athletes, rappers, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, if they know a guy has a lot of money, they will pay like not like a hostess, but I guess like the people at the front, but or maybe it is the hostess, I don't know, but they'll pay them to sit at their tables, or sometimes they'll pay these people to get like these people's room numbers. Like, all, like, New York is crazy. Like, well, New York and LA, because the same things happen over there. So my best friend had mentioned this years ago, because she's seen it all the time. So when Rose invited me out to do that, it just reconfirmed like everything that my best friend had told me like years ago, where she was like, girl, like, these girls will stop at nothing, you know? So anyway, Rose happened to, but I'm saying all that to say, so it could have been multiple situations where Rose has invited me to some fun shit before too, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that Rose has never invited me to nothing fun. It's just she also be inviting me to some bullshit. She be inviting me to some bullshit. So I didn't want to go to that, so I didn't go. But this next time came around, this was like way later, and she was like, I cannot, oh my God. It was the week that I lost Remy. I was so depressed, right? And Rose hits me. She's like, hey, you know, I know that you've been really sad this week. Da, da, da. I'm going out with some guys for my birthday, but they're also going to pay for us to hang out. The guy's like, you know, like, he's like a politician. He's like a lot of money. Da, 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 woo. And I'm like, you know what? I am really sad about this cat. I'm not doing anything today. And then she was like, he'll get you Uber all the way from like my job. I live in Brooklyn, but they have money, so they didn't care. So they were like, you know, they will Uber you all the way from Brooklyn to Harlem. I'm like, I mean, they Uber me there and they Uber me back. Like, I mean, and they paying us to hang out. Cool. I might as well party. I'm sad about my freaking cat. Not this cat, but my little actual physical, my fur baby. I was very sad about my freaking cat. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'll go. I'll come. And I wasn't doing anything that day. So boom, they send a car. I go out there. I should have known, bro. I get out there, and this so Rose is with the guy that she's been like kind of like dealing with for like a little bit of time, and I think he like would give her money too, but outside of that, she had actually like caught feelings for him as well, which is like, you don't never catch feelings for the trick, but she had caught feelings for him. So he had a friend, and the friend was like the politician guy, and she was like, hey, you know, like, we're out here, like, I want to hang out with so and so, and you know, his friend's a lot of money. It's really nice, like, penthouse type thing, and he'll pay you to come hang out. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I get there, and I'm thinking, when she said, because the way that Rose worded it, she worded it as if we were going to go out somewhere and party. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna go bar hopping or whatever, like day drink, because this was during the day. So I'm thinking we're gonna go bar hopping, day drink, whatever. We're gonna have, like, you know, that type of fun. I get to this man's place, bro. Everyone is chilling, like heavy chilling, parlaying at his place. And then I see that it's only Rose and the guy that she was dealing with, and then the politician friend. I'm thinking it's gonna be a group of us. I'm like, Rose done hit me with the okie doke again. And I'm about to be fighting for my cat. Y'all, I don't know why. I do know why, actually. I know why I'm the friend that people try to set. They be trying to set my coochie up. And I get it, you know? in the humblest way. I'm pretty. And I know that when people in their head invite me out to certain things, they're like, okay, she can get us into certain things. She can get, like, she'll get attention from those certain type of guys, and it draws them in. And I mean, it does. It does, but you gotta let me know. I get there and I'm like, bro's done set me up for the okey doke again. I'm just like, fuck. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it cool, you know, we'll hang out, whatever. And I'm the type, honestly, I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do. So shit, I knew once I got there, I'm like, I know I'll be good regardless, because baby, I'm gonna fight for mine. So we're all hanging out, whatever, cool, we're drinking, we're listening to music. The guy has horrible taste in music, the politician guy. Horrible taste in music, so we're listening to his trash ass fucking music. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, please release me. But anyway, and Rose is like hanging with her guy, I'm hanging, I'm sitting like in my own little space, right? Why the politician guy come over, he sit right beside me, he sits hella close to me. I'm like, and I didn't have on any makeup this day because I had also, like, y'all, my Botox was fresh, my filler was fresh, I got my eyebrows microbladed. I need all that shit touched up now. But anyway, everything was fresh. I was like chilling, no makeup, no lashes, anything. He is sitting so close to me and he's like, you're just so, y'all, literally, he was off of that party. He's like, you're just so beautiful. Like, I just love your face. Like, you're just so gorgeous. And he's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know how, like, certain people just don't understand boundaries really? And I don't mean like in a creepy way. I mean more so in a, like, they just like talk to you like really close, or like they sit really close to you, or like, you know, it's like they don't mean anything by it, but at the same time it's just like, get away from me. And then he's like also off that bullshit, so he's like feeling the vibes, like he's all extra talkative, like all very much so, like just like, I don't know how to explain it, but he's doing that. He keeps on saying like, you're attractive, I'm attractive, like we gotta make something happen. I'm like, first off, you are absolutely repulsive. Like, I don't know who told you that, I don't know in what world, and your breath thoroughly is beating my ass. Like, your breath is whooping me like mollywop. Your breath has jumped me like Krishan, Tommy, and Sky from Black Ink all together. Like, your breath is whooping me. Like, I do not stand a chance. And I'm one of those people, I cannot hide how I feel at all. Like, my emotions go straight across my face. My face, when I'm trying to lie or I'm trying to act the opposite of whatever I'm feeling, just either it shows on my face or my face just goes completely blank, bland, to the point where it's like, you know that I'm uncomfortable or I'm lying, because there is no emotion on my face at all. Like, none. Like, if y'all know how James Harden like never has an expression on his face? That is how my face gets when I'm trying to lie. And that's why I'm not a good liar, because my face gets too blank. There's no emotion. And not only that, my tone gets also just monotone, super flatline, and that's not normally how I am as a person. So you can always tell when I'm lying. So he's like saying this and I'm like, oh my god, we are, you know, like, because I'm just like, what, pay me? My friend said you would pay me. The fuck? I'll be nice. I suck at trying to pretend, but I could try. And y'all, he keeps on, and I don't know what it is about people and putting their feet on me, because I hate feet. And I feel like I had another story. I did have another story. The one from my freaking birthday in 2021. I can't remember what I called him, but he put his freaking foot on my butt on my birthday. I don't know why the universe keeps sending people to put their feet on me. I don't like feet. And this guy keeps, like, the politician guy keeps touching me with his feet, bro. I'm like dying inside. I'm just like, like, he's like, I don't, like, he's sitting by me, and I mean, we're in his crib, so he's comfortable or whatever, so he doesn't have shoes on. Oh, I'm sorry, boy, I just gagged. He doesn't have shoes on. He's touching me with his bare toes. And it's not like his feet look crazy, but I don't like feet unless I'm doing pedicures, which I actually thoroughly enjoy doing pedicures, but I also have gloves on when I'm doing pedicures. I don't like feet unless I'm like dead ass in love with you. Then I you know, I'll touch your feet, rub your feet, everything, bare hands. I love you, bae. My man, my man, my man. Any other time, I don't like feet. I don't like girls' feet. I don't like guys' feet. I don't like kid feet. I don't like, I like baby feet. Everybody else don't touch me with them hoes. But anyway, so he's doing that, and I'm just like, I'm like, Lord, if this is how I'm supposed to go, just of pure shock, just don't prolong it. Like, just, I understand. I'm just finding different ways to put distance in between us, because I'm just like, ew, like, what the, like, bro, your race is showing. I'm screaming. Don't cancel me, please. He wasn't even, honestly, he wasn't even, you know, normally I would expect that of them. He was actually Dominican. So we're all like, we're drinking or whatever, hanging out, chilling. And there are people, like, I guess they did invite more of like their friends, like the guys invited more of their friends. So like, you know, a friend would stop by. You could tell like his house is a house where like everybody hangs out. We're hanging out, and he's like, I have a proposition for you. And mind y'all, like I said, he was out that shit. So he is like, he keeps on saying like, you know, like, we really, like, we could be a power couple, like we could be a team. He's like, dead ass. He's like, I want to pay you to be my assistant. Like, he's like, how much would you need to quit the club right now? And I'm like, babe, I understand you got money, but the money that I would want to quit the club, because at that time the club was so fire that it's like, if you not giving me over like 10 racks a month, I'm not quitting this job. I'm gonna tell you I'm quitting, but I'm not. I'm just like, I'm probably not quitting, so I don't want to rely on a man for money. I literally told him, I was like, I don't want to rely on a man for money, so probably not gonna happen. He's like, no, you can be my, what did he say? Like, not personal assistant, but it was something else, like something coordinator or something. I cannot remember what it was, but it was actually like, the title was official, but I'm like, it doesn't make sense for you to give me this title. I'm a random girl that you just met in a setting that's not professional at all. You're lit, and you know, I'm just like, it's going in one ear out the other, because I'm like, you're lit. So we're partying or whatever. He keeps on bringing it up though. He's like, how much do you want? How much do you want? How much do you want? And he's like, he throws out a number. He's like, 4K. I'm like, 4K a month? I'm not quitting this damn job for 4K a month. And then he's like, 5. I'm like, no. Then he's like, 7. I'm like, It's not 10, 15, but I mean, 7, I ain't gotta, yeah, I just gotta chill. I ain't gotta do, okay. Why not? Yeah, I'm still just like, you know, this man is BSing, you know? So during this time, he takes me to his office, because he has an office in his house. Not his house, he has an office space in like his penthouse or whatever. And he takes me in there, and he's like, come sit beside me. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm writing you this check. He pulls out this checkbook. He's like, I'm writing you this check for 7K, and this means you're quitting at the club and you're coming to work for me, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna be so successful. We're gonna be like he's just like, y'all know that talk when people are just booming with ideas and creativity because they're fucked up. It was one of those, like, okay. And then he writes this check, and he's like, this is like, he writes the check from his actual business, which I googled his business and everything checked out. I'm like, and then it was a real check, so I'm like, I know this man ain't just writing me a check for 7 bands. So he writes me that check, and I'm like, I take it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, go put your money away, go put your money away, like, make sure, you know, like, it's somewhere where like no one can grab it, like, go put it away, da da da. And I was like, y'all, I folded that check up and I put it right in my wig. I sure did. I put it right in the back of my wig, because I said, I don't want to put it in my bag and then this man has a moment of clarity and be like, oh my god, I really just wrote her a check for 7K. Like, I can't do that. You know? Yeah, I put it right in my wig. I sure did. I slid that mug right in the back. There was nothing really eventful about us all hanging out, except for, you know, Rose is like, she's like, did he take care of you? Like, did he pay you? Da da da. Like, did he pay you? Da da da. And I'm like, yeah, he did. Like, and granted, I should have told him. I realized in a lot of these story times, I have a lot of stupid moments that probably make you guys want to pull your whole edges out, your hair out, everything. And I gotta eat that, because y'all, it be moments in my life I look back and I'm like, you was really on some dumb shit. Like, what is, are you slow? Like, Do your brain cells be fighting each other? Do you have one brain cell that bounces from corner of your brain? Like, do you? Because why would you do this if you didn't? Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, you're a little slow. And, you know, at this point, yeah, sometimes I'd be a little slow. I don't know why I didn't have him just Zelle it to me or Cash App it to me or whatever. But the amount was too big. So I knew that, like, if he would have tried to Zelle it or anything like that, that it was going to get flagged. So I was like, okay, I guess let me just do it on the check. But I should have had him be like, hey, send me $3K now on Zelle or whatever. The other 4, you can put the other 4 on a check. But this $3K, send that to me now. Lock that in. Tap in. Send that to me now. I don't know for the life of me why I didn't push for him to just do it on Zelle. Because in that moment, he would have. You're lit. I should have, boy, rob them. And I've had my moments. I robbed them, okay? So I don't know why in this moment. I just think I was just so like, oh my God, like let me just, I honestly, no, this is what it was. I was just like, let me just take it how he wants to give it or whatever, because I don't want him to, I don't want to do too much and he has clarity and changes his mind. In my head, I'm also like, if he writes this as a check, I can't take this check to the bank. It's too big to take to the bank and just have them cash it without wanting to contact him, call him, verify it through him, and then cash it. Like, it's gonna be a whole process. Anything over 5, y'all keep this in mind, anything over 5K, it complicates the whole process. I'm so annoyed. So boom, he writes me this check or whatever. I put it in my way, boom, boom. I hang out with them for a little longer, and then I'm like, I am over this. I want to go hang out and drink with my best friend. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm about to go drink with my friend. I'm leaving. When he wrote me the check, he's like, because this was like, I think it was like a Friday. He's like, you're going to come back on Monday or Sunday. It was one of those days. He's like, you know, that's going to be your first day. I'm going to take you through, like, you know, the business. No, I think it was like interior decorating or something. It was something. He's like, I'm going to take you through this and, you know, show you everything that I need done so you can get started. I'm just like, boy, you won't forget this by Sunday anyway. So I leave. I go drink with my friend. Y'all, I took that check and I tried to, and this was like the day after, I tried to take it to the Western Union. They was looking at me so sketchy, bro. And I'm like, how do I explain that this is an actual real check? But essentially, I know that the guy is trying to pay me to be his girlfriend, and I don't want it, because y'all, I skipped all over that part. So essentially, what I was getting out of what he was saying was, he wanted me to work with him for the business, but also, like, you're essentially like, you want me to be your bitch. Like, you want me to be your girlfriend, and that's really why you're giving me this check. I'm not doing that. I don't have it in me, y'all. I don't have the pretend skills. I don't have it in me. And honestly, this takes me back to the story time that I just told my last story time. The story time, like maybe 2 story times ago, where I was talking about the worst day ever. The guy was like, how much has the guy ever paid you? Y'all, I've been offered bands multiple times by multiple people for various different things. And I've actually been paid bands just to hang out. Just to hang out. Actually, oh my God, I gotta tell you guys about those story times, because I have a couple story times like that, and they've always happened on some like wild, crazy, super random, sporadic shit. Like, literally did not have to get no cap. So when a boy is like, oh, no one's ever paid you this, no one's ever paid you that, I'm like, you can literally think what you want. I don't care. Like, you're a stranger and you're weird and your tongue is rough. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I really think that's the end of my story time. So basically, he paid me 7K. I didn't get any of the 7K because I'm stupid. Yeah, I took it everywhere. I literally was even willing to drive that check down, because, you know, my friend was like, I know a spot in Atlanta. You could take that down and they don't ask no questions. They will cash that for you. Because I honestly got it the right way. I was not scamming. I was not plotting, no nothing. I just knew that when they called and was trying to verify with him, and when I didn't show back up on Sunday or Monday, and he realized, like, oh, she's not really gonna be my girlfriend, like, she's not coming back, I knew he was gonna send that mug through. Girl, he was not gonna tell the people. Yes, I needed to take that mug to some people that wasn't gonna ask no questions. And I really still got the check, but I'm sure by now it's expired. And I'm also sure by now that if I were to, like, take it out anywhere, like, they are literally gonna be like, girl, you are going to jail, like, prison. Like, he signed it, y'all. He signed it and everything. I literally sat there with him and watched him do it. And I honestly almost had half a mind to, like, record him while he did it, or, like, I was gonna turn on my my voice memo and let it run so I could record the conversation and literally ask him again, like, okay, are you sure you want to? Because I asked him a couple times, okay, I really could have just robbed him, but I was like, I asked him a couple times, I said, are you in the right mind to write me this check and give me this check? Is this something you actually want to do, or are you just messed up? Why I was being nice to a man, I have no idea. Ew. They probably still wouldn't have done it. They would have been like, they probably still wouldn't have done it. I don't know. But yeah, that is my story. I fumbled my freaking racks. But I have other stories where I didn't fumble my racks if y'all want to hear them. But this time I fumbled. And Rose set me up. She set up my cooter cat. I'm like, girl, stop doing that. Tell me what type of vibes we're on so that I know, so that I can willingly be like, I'm not coming because I'm not fighting for this cat all night or all day. You have to know the friends that are willing to sell that cat or willing to put out, and the friends that aren't. Why do you keep trying to sell the cat of the friend that's not willing? Like the girl on TikTok be doing. Bro. And honestly, I don't think me and Rose have hung out since then, and that was literally last spring, so we probably haven't hung out in like a year. Not because there's any beef or anything, and honestly, she actually works at my club now. But she wasn't working at my club at the time, but now she works at my club. But she did hit me up recently, and she was like, hey, like we should hang out, da, da, da. And I would still be down, as long as I kind of knew what it was, you know. Just tell me. Just so I can let you gotta communicate, so I can tell you what I'm on and what I'm not willing to do. Don't try to put me on the blade. Tell me. But yeah, that's the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed laughing at my struggles per usual. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.